test in a way that was traditional or expected.
Mm-hmm.
And so to be able to kind of look at a diagnosis that has, call it flexibility, or room for individualism in it, was very helpful, and I just found it to be comforting.
Yeah. And I also feel like you mentioned, I just feel everybody needs to be more educated on everything really concerning children. I think that there's so much that we can learn and educate ourselves on, like Asperger's. That's a big one. And it's not just a quirky personality. There are lots of wonderful children that I know personally, that I've educated personally, that I've worked with on a one-to-one basis, that were on the spectrum. And they're just wonderful individuals, and we need to learn. Every child is different. And I guess that's kind of like what Rosie the Hippo is too. I mean, she was different. She was a different, she was a different color and kind of offset by her pod and wasn't accepted. And I feel that a lot of children that have challenging disabilities are kind of put out by the normalized child, or if they're mainstreaming into a normalized classroom. So that's why, again, here I go. I hate it because it seems like I use it for every interview, but that's why I adore Maria Montessori, because she incorporates all children, in one classroom, and she incorporates learning, hands-on and feeling and touching and sensory learning through children that not only work for the child with deficits, but children who don't have any. And it's just a beautiful method of learning. It really is. I'm sure you're familiar with it.
Well, I will tell you that going back to your original question of how I feel about the APA doing this, I would say that the one positive was just the reason that they did it was because there were a lot of children that still fell outside of that diagnosis.
Right.
So the fact that they now just call it a communication or social communication disorder does create a situation where they can include more kids under that umbrella. So from their perspective, if I'm understanding it right, is they've put up a larger umbrella.
Right.
And I think that's good. I do think for a while a lot of people are going to remain confused and maybe a little upset, because there's got to be some transition time here for people to understand, okay, the DSM-4 said this, now the DSM-5 says this.
Right.
And I do think it can create an awful lot of confusion. But everybody's going to have their own kind of idea of whether or not it's a good thing or a bad thing. What I would say is I think everybody's trying to do the best thing.
The best that they can. Yeah, I agree. I believe everybody's trying to do the best that they can too, at least with a lot of the parents that I work with. I wanted to talk to you. Okay, we know Rosie's just a wonderful, big, beautiful pink hippo. What about some of the other characters? What about Ray or TLC? How about some of the other characters? Can you tell us a little bit about them?
Sure. Well, Ray is my son, for those that are listening, and he is illustrated in such a way that is really what Ray looks like at that age, and so he is represented with some realism there. TLC, also known as the tender-loving crocodile, is a character that it was based on my father. whose name was Thomas Ludlow Christie, so the initials are the same. And TLC really has a lot of the characteristics that my father had, and that is that he has a hard shell, but he's soft and cuddly on the
marshmallow on the inside.
Yeah, and very wise. The zebra, Eli-Z-E-L-I-Z-E-E, is a character that is based on my mother, whose name is Eliza.
Oh.
She is an artist in her own right, and she has a love of horses, as of course do I. And the character, I think, is a little bit like my mom. When I was developing the character, I was asked, well, what people are well-known people or just people you know describe this character? And I said, well, I think Eliza is a little bit like Queen Elizabeth and Minnie Mouse. It's kind of that's kind of what she's
combination. Yeah, that's not a bad combination. The Queen of England and Minnie Mouse. I think that's a pretty cool combination.
She's cute. She's fun. She's a little mischievous, but she is also very proper and kind of regal in her own way.
Yeah.
And in the way that she presents herself. So I thought of those two high-profile characters.
Yeah. How about Olivia?
Oh, Olivia the ostrich. Olivia is actually named after a neighbor's grandchild.
Aww.
Whom I've never met, but I thought, what a great name.
It is.
And I don't know, Olivia the ostrich just kind of reminded me of when she's first introduced in the story. She reminds me of a ball of anxiety. And by the end of the story, she reminds me of just kind of this spring flower that just pops open one day, like a little crocus.
I like Olivia because I also have anxiety, and it's true. Sometimes you always worry about how others see you, and
right.
Yeah, and that's I think a lot of children also, and adults, not just children. I don't want to keep saying just children because I know more adults now with ADHD and ADD and all kinds of anxiety disorders that. This book is for everyone, and I just adored it, and I love Ollie the ostrich. I call it Ollie, but I know it's Olivia.
That's okay.
Yeah.
We all have nicknames, so
yeah.
It definitely nickname her. The book that's coming out, the protagonist or main character is Hornsby the rhino.
Oh.
And he is a lot of fun. I mean, they're all a lot of fun, but I've always thought that.
So now, is there one character that you identify with?
That I identify with?
Yes.
Oh, I think I identify with a piece of all of them as being the co-creator here. I think each one of them has a little piece of me. I think so, too.
I think it would be, because when you write a book like that, it truly does have to come from your heart. Absolutely, I agree.
Oh, yeah. When I was asked to do the Rosie Adventure series, I had no intention of writing a second book, to be quite honest. And when I was asked about it, I thought it was intriguing, but I told the individual, I said, unless I come up with something that I feel very passionate about, I'm not going to write. I don't want to author words on paper. I want to author something that I really feel strongly about, because I want to share my best. So if I can't put my best down on paper, it's not going anywhere.
I agree. I believe you have to put your best foot forward at all times, well, no matter what it is you're doing, whether it's your passion for, educating, working, teaching, writing, anything. You always should put your best foot forward and give it all you have. Otherwise, you don't have to do it. I mean, don't bother then if it's going to be done kind of like, I don't want to use that expression, but like halfway. Don't do something halfway. Do it all, or don't do it at all. I agree with you.
Yeah. And that's such an easy thing to say, but it's so hard to do, particularly if you're not passionate about it.
Right.
And let's face it, there are some things that you have to do, and you have to give your all, and you're not passionate about it.
Amen to that, Helen.
Like
amen to that, my friend.
What? When you're passionate about it, it's the wheels don't need to be greased because the grease is your passion.
Exactly.
You just go for it. That's been my experience.
You're right.
And when I work with people as a counselor, that's what I try and help them create for themselves.
Do you still counsel, Helen?
Yes, I still do the Within You life coaching and counseling, and it's fun. It's a lot of fun.
And I want to remind all my listeners that you are in the tell us where you are again.
Okay, for Within You life coaching or for Rosie?
Well, for life coaching, you're in what area? What state?
Oh, okay. I'm in Vermont.
In Vermont, right.
Yeah, but I also do it on the phone, so people can find me on Facebook with Within You life coaching, so they just have to punch in WITHIN and the letter U, and it'll come up.
Wonderful. And also, you can contact Helen. I was going to say Rosie. You can contact Helen at 802-899-2128. And her email is simple, Rosie at rosiethehippo.com. And she has, of course, Facebook, Twitter, Pinterest, YouTube. I mean, she has a ton of ways to get in touch with her, all through social media. And, of course, all of Miss Helen's information will be on Eleanor's Elite Radio fan page on Facebook. And I'll have all her contact information, her links. All of that will be given. Go ahead, dear. I'm sorry.
Yeah, no, it's okay. And I would say to teachers, I did not always have a presentation page up, but on the website right now, there is information about presentations and things like that on the website.
So you are available for, go ahead. I'm sorry, dear. Go ahead.
No, it's just very easy to find. If you go on the Rosie website and you go under Media and Press, which is in the navigation bar up top, the first category in the drop-down is presentations, and the teachers just need to go there to find out what's going on with presentations. And if they have any questions or there's confusion, please let me know, because I'd like to have information up that they're looking for, and I would like it to be easily understandable for people. I'm looking
now at that link, and I see that you have a slideshow of all the children enjoying Rosie the Hippo book. You have on-site visit menu, virtual visits, and again, all they really have to do is just call you or email you, and I'm sure you will guide them to the way, of how to incorporate Rosie into their curriculum, because I do think that's very important, and I think we have to do that, not only for children who are unique and different, because every child is unique and different, regardless if it's a disability of any kind, but every child is unique and different. You have young children that are still having accidents or having trouble separating from their parents at the age of 6, 5 and 6. So, it doesn't have to always just be a disability. Just any child you need to incorporate this book in your classroom is what I'm trying to say. Because it's very important that every child knows that each and every one of them have something special to offer. Even though some might still suck their thumb or have accidents or cry when